Ineos, do not do it. Do not sell Bruno Fernandes. Fabrizio Romano confirms Bruno's agent is exploring a move with other clubs. We're going to talk about that and why Ineos could let him go. Fabrizio Romano did say that Manchester United are exploring signing 2 centre-backs and have approached a couple centre-backs about signing them. Work is being done. More updates on Leny Yoro and the latest on Jadon Sancho. There was a bit of a blow on Elise in yesterday's live show that Chelsea may win the race. And that is because Man United cannot sell Greenwood or Sancho, and they cannot get Elise to sell Greenwood or Sancho. And well, maybe Elise won't wait like Amrabat did, and he could go Chelsea bound. So what is the latest with Sancho? Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football. Welcome back to your Manchester United show, where we're going to get through all the latest Manchester United news for you guys in the next 10 minutes. We've got 3 stories by Fabrizio Romano, starting with this, which he put on his Instagram story last night. Bruno Fernandes' agent Miguel Pino met with several top clubs around Europe this week. Bruno remains fully focused on Man United. The final decision on his future is yet to be done. He said Bruno Fernandes' agent met with loads of top clubs around Europe this week, and Bruno's intention remains to stay at United. Bruno did say on his future that he will make a final decision when he understands the project, including the manager situation. Bruno is not committing his future to Manchester United, according to Fabrizio Romano, until he knows the manager situation and the project. Bruno, apparently, basically, from what Ornstein is saying, would love to stay at United, but he'll only stay at United if he feels that Manchester United are ambitious and that he's going to win trophies. Ineos spoke to Bruno and said, look, we're going to change this, we're going to be ambitious. Ornstein said it himself. Bruno Fernandes will stay at United if he feels there's ambition there. So potentially what happens on the manager situation could impact Bruno Fernandes. I think that Bruno Fernandes is a big Ten Hag inner. I think that potentially if he gets replaced by an underwhelming manager like Southgate, I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno Fernandes wanted out. If he gets replaced by a world-class manager like Tuchel, maybe it's a little bit different. Now, one thing Bruno Fernandes did say is, I want to stay at United, but for some reason, if they don't want me, I'll go. Now, he says that, last sentence, for some reason, if Ineos don't want me, then I'll go, but I want to stay. He will leave if he doesn't feel very ambitious. He will leave if he thinks that Ineos do not want him. I will tell you this for a fact. If Ineos do not want Bruno Fernandes, I'm very worried about Ineos. Now, I'm not going to pretend that Bruno Fernandes is perfect. I know he wasn't great towards the beginning of the season, but there is no doubt in my mind that Bruno Fernandes is one of the 4 players at Manchester United that should be untouchable. Martinez and Dalot should be near untouchable. Bruno, Højlund, Garnacho and Meno should be untouchable this summer. They are players that are the future. They are players that we should not sell at all costs. Yes, Bruno's in his prime now, and we're wasting it at Manchester United, and I can't blame Bruno Fernandes if he wants to leave. But Bruno should be untouchable for me. Look, I know he was a bit iffy at the start of the season. I know he's had 3 poor periods, but there's no doubt in my mind that he's been our best post-Fergie signing. He's been the best current player at United. I think Meno will probably be the best player at United in the future if we're going off potential. But right now, when you look at actually who at Man United would be considered world-class, probably Bruno Fernandes. I think he's actually becoming very underrated because of how bad our season's been. Like, his underlying numbers are ridiculous. Like, so good, especially considering how good this team is. He's always available, able to fill in different roles and positions. He's never injured. He's an elite level player and statistically the best creator in the world right now. Most passes into the final third, most chances created. I think second highest average expected assists against Europe's top 5 leagues. Just didn't get those assist numbers because we couldn't finish. He's carried a poor United side. He's not just a great player in a great system like Foden, who then goes to England in a poor system and is crap. He's played well in great systems. He's played well in crap systems. Despite the zero structure and tactical support and underperforming teammates, he's pulled out multiple 10 out of 10 performances by the end of the season. He probably pulled out in his last 10 games, 9 man of the match performances when the system structurally there was nothing there. There was no tactical support. He's able to perform in this dysfunctional Man United side with teammates that aren't good enough around him, carrying the team, giving 110%, playing when injured, playing in multiple different positions. He also has the mentality. He's the most loved player in the dressing room. He makes an effort to talk to everybody from youth to keepers. I remember Garnacho saying as soon as he was promoted to first team training, Bruno's there chatting to him. He speaks 5 languages. He speaks to everyone who's involved. He's a leader. He's loved within the club. He plays for the manager. The players love him. He's a great player. And look, you can't blame him if he wants to leave and win trophies. But I think if Ineos sell Bruno Fernandes, they'd be silly. At the end of the day, Bruno Fernandes may want to move, but Ineos are going to say, look, mate, 1 more year, please. We're going to prove to you we're going to be back. We need you to be back. You're so important. You're so key. That's what Ineos needs to do. Ineos needs to sit there and go, I'm not selling you. Because how do you replace Bruno? Tell me in the chat, how do you replace Bruno? Musiala's a talent, Wirtz is a talent, but they're not going to come in and fill Bruno's boots straight away. How do you replace Bruno? I don't think you can. And if I am Ineos and I do not sell him, I will be very upset if Ineos sell him. I start to have doubts. If Ineos thought, you know what, we'll keep Maguire, we'll keep Lindelof, we'll keep McTominay, but yeah, we'll sell Bruno Fernandes, I'll be a little bit worried. If Donny van der Beek, Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, if they outlive Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, Anthony, if they outlive Bruno Fernandes, it makes me very worried about the future of this club. I don't like to be negative, but I do not want Bruno gone. You know me, I love Bruno. I do not want him gone. I know that he's had times where he's not been amazing this season, but I think it would be silly to let Bruno Fernandes leave Manchester United. Which brings me into the next story Fabrizio Romano said, because I do want to talk about the centre-back situation. And he did say, according to my information, there's a concrete possibility for Man United to sign 2 centre-backs this summer, a left centre-back and a right centre-back. From what I'm hearing, they've already started inquiring about the left centre-back in recent days. Believably, it's reportedly that we've inquired about Braithwaite. I got information that we might test the waters for putting in a 40 million bid for Braithwaite. Man United will walk away from Braithwaite if it goes over £55 million. Everton wants £70 million. Manchester United are inquiring about other left centre-backs in case things for Braithwaite do not work out. They've inquired for Gay, they've inquired for Tosin, they've also inquired about Inacio as well. This is a different profile. We know that Manchester United's 4 main centre-back candidates are Braithwaite, Todibo, Tosin and Yoro, although considering Tosin's available on a free and we're not stopping him going to Newcastle, suggests to me that Manchester United maybe think they can get the deal over the line for Todibo or Euro. I think in an ideal world, Man United will want both Braithwaite and Todibo, but it depends on the price. Manchester United are very open to the move of Leny Yoro, but it's always felt that he is Real Madrid bound. Now for me, Leny Yoro, Todibo, Braithwaite, sign all 3 of them, sell Maguire, Lindelof and Varane, because Varane's gone. Perfect symbol for me, but let's be honest, that's not realistic. So let's get into the news on Leny Yoro. The United Muppeteers said that Manchester United are now actively looking at signing Leny Yoro. Lille would accept a price in the region of 38 to 43 million for Leny Yoro this summer. That's the type of investment Ineos need to sanction for future success. Do I want Todibo because he's ready now? Absolutely. But do I want Leny Yoro because I think he could be an absolute world beater? Absolutely. Yes, they're both right centre back, but I just want them both. Maybe I'm being greedy. I want Leny Yoro, but I want Todibo, but I also think Braithwaite would be good. There's so many good centre-backs out there, and I think if you can get them available for the right price, go for them. At the end of the day, we've been linked to like 10 really good centre-backs. It's just about getting the ones that are available for the right price to give us the funds to invest in the midfield going forward, potentially at least say another attacker like Girassi and more. Which brings us to raising funds, because all Borussia Dortmund have been doing is twerking about Jadon Sancho on their socials. Oh, Jadon Sancho's so good. Jadon Sancho's so good. All Borussia Dortmund have been going on about is how good Jadon Sancho are on their social media. Well, if he's that good, why don't you go buy him? Why are you not, thinking of buying him next season if he's been that great, that amazing? No, you're just using him because he's a Man United player for clicks. It was said by Sky Sports Deutschland that Borussia Dortmund cannot afford to sign Jadon Sancho from Manchester United on a permanent deal as it stands. The whole package is too expensive for them. Another loan deal could be the possibility for them. Sancho needs to go. We are not doing another loan deal for Sancho. Look, just sell him for 30 million. We want 50 million. We'll hold out for 40 million. Give in, sell him for 30 million. Ease off the wage bill. Bish, bash, bosh. Don't care. Anything under 30 million is a joke. Anything, to be fair, we should get 40 million for him. I understand offering for 50. We should get 40 million for him. Sancho, if he really wants to play football and he really loves Dortmund that much, will lower his wages because he's not going to play football at Man United, even if Ten Hag's not the next manager next season, because it said they want him gone. So for me, the way I see it is get Sancho out, tell him to lower his wages. And Dortmund, you want to pay 35 million for Maatsen, but you don't want to pay 35 million for Jadon Sancho. Let's see. You're twerking for Jadon Sancho all over your social medias. For me, we need Jadon Sancho gone. We need Elise gone. We need Greenwood gone, because I want Elise. And it was said by Academy Scoop that United could fear they miss out on prime target Michael Elise with Chelsea going confident. Now, I think United is secretly confident they're going to get Elise, and that's why they're delaying it, because Elise may do an Amrabat and wait for the club. But we do know that at the end of the day, Man United buying Elise depends on the future of Greenwood and Sancho. And that's a little bit concerning, because yes, we want to sell Greenwood and Sancho, and yes, we could make 70 million by selling Greenwood and Sancho, and that means we can afford Elise. But this is Manchester United when it comes to selling. This is easier said than done. Sancho's on ridiculous wages and been crap for 3 seasons, and then a couple good games in a Dortmund shirt, but he's just been overhyped by Dortmund on social media. Mason Greenwood is an all-right player, but he's got everything else around him. It's not his footballing ability that people are questioning when it comes to signing him, and he's, again, on high wages. So Man United are in the situation where they need to sell these 2 players to get Elise, but can they sell these 2 players because they struggle to? And that's the worrying thing. Hopefully we will. Hopefully Ineos change that. But listen, people, that is all your latest Manchester United news rounded up in 10 minutes for you guys. Please do hit that like button. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new. Thank you for watching. Bye.